as well as, like we're kind of like what you're saying, where, at the end of the day, the personnel is the personnel. And at the end of the day, the personnel maybe is just not where it needs to be. But I just think from an experience standpoint, from a leadership standpoint, I hope that there will be some sort of jump. And with Manny Diaz really just taking full accountability and responsibility over the unit, I would expect to see some improvement. I'm just going to be really interested to see how the pass rushers come up, because I think that's ultimately the make or break for this Hurricanes defense. I think it has been for some years, but it was never better than it was under Jess Simpson. So I'm excited to see what he kind of does with that group.
Okay, perfect. Okay, we know you got to go, Gabby. So we will let you go play some basketball. We thank you very much, brother. I know that it was a rushed interview, but we really do.
Man. I appreciate you guys having me on. I love what you guys do. Love the passion you guys show for all this stuff. So happy to be here with you guys anytime you guys invite me.
Yeah, perfect. Thanks, all right, make your way down to Hollywood soon.
Oh, you make your way down to Homestead, Marsh, and let's grab dinner or lunch in the Keys or something like that. That sounds better.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. Okay, all right, perfect. Guys. All right, brother. Thanks, Gabby.
See you, man. Cool, bro. Love having Gabby on.
He's the salt of the earth.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. And his brother Callie as well, man. Just good family.
Yeah, it was a good meeting up with him the other week. That was actually my first time seeing him since I moved back, which is
nice.
Took way too long to see him, but yeah, just a good guy. The amount of information that he knows, like recruits and everything, like names, it's insane.
Yeah, I've yet to like really sink my teeth into the 2022 class. So there's not much that I know. And, like just like you said, he just knows so much. Like I feel like I understood about 50% of what he said. Like
yeah. No, I'm
not on that level.
Well, I mean, like because the last class just ended.
Yep.
And just to get like a good grasp on one recruiting class, like at all, like a decent grasp is insanity.
Yeah, man.
Like, I mean, it's crazy that like I cover the Hurricanes like as a writer, and these like normal, like these everyday fans like know more recruits than I do. And it's because I just got into this, but no, Gabby, I mean, he does an awesome job, and I'm really, really excited to see what happens, recruiting cornerbacks wise, now that T-Rob is on the staff.
Yeah. I was glad to hear his opinion on the defense, that he somewhat agrees with me, because I feel like I've been shouting into the void for the last month. I feel like everyone on Twitter thinks that we're going to have a top 10 defense again. And I'm just like, okay, like, yeah, we're so experienced with guys that everyone was mad at a month and a half ago.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, okay, we got someone else ready?
Yeah, we got AB coming on. So give me just 1 second. I'll call him in. AB, what's up, brother?
Hello. What's up, brothers?
Nothing much, man.
Nothing much. Just another day, another dollar.
So we got Adrian Bastolfi here. You guys might know him as StickerzByAB or EditsByAB. Either way, he's a great man, a personal friend, and does some killer design work. So, dude, tell us what you got going on, first of all.
All right, so I mean, for the ones that don't know, StickerzByAB started when my boy Hudgens from the Stadium Drive podcast saw one of my edits from EditsByAB. Actually, I think it was the Leonard Taylor one. He saw the 305 hands on there, and he's like, "Man, I really need that as a sticker." So we started talking, and he's like, as the conversations progressed, he's like, "You really should start a sticker company." And at that point, I had no idea about stickers or what to do with it as far as the business is concerned. But as we kept on talking about it, he kept on throwing me a bunch of sticker ideas. And at one point, I just asked him, I'm like, "Man, let's just go ahead and partner up on this thing."
Yeah.
So what started as a conversation about one sticker has now blossomed into a company that has sold hundreds of stickers across 28 states now. So obviously I have partners like you, Forza, Scoop on the U, the State of Miami podcast with John Michaels to thank for it, along with obviously all the Miami fans. I don't think when we got this thing started, we could have anticipated the response. It's been great, and we've been nothing but grateful for it. So obviously you can find us at StickerzByAB. That's StickerzByAB on Twitter. You can also find us on Instagram and Facebook. And you can obviously find us at StickerzByAB.com. So
cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you guys do great work. I have about 6 stickers on my car.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I got a few of them on my own too. I'm running out of space now.
So AB, so for those of you who don't know, I was with AB. He was kind enough to take me to the massacre that was Miami, North Carolina.
Yep.
Man, what a day that was.
Yeah, it was, besides the game and all, obviously we had a great time, which at the end of the day matters a lot. But yeah, man, I'm not sure what we're going to do, but as of right now, Mac Brown owns Manny Diaz. So,
if you guys pitched that to me and, one of you called me and was like, hey, Jordan, come to the game with AB and Marsh, I would be all over that until you said, and this is in retrospect, right? Yeah, but you have to go to the UNC game and get blown out 26-62. I'd be like, nah, man, I'll stay here in 30 degrees and snow in Utah and leave you guys to it.
Yeah, it was a rough one. It was a rough one.
Yeah.
The pregame was fun.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Like I said, we had a great time together.
I thought I broke my ankle walking up to the stadium, so that was cool.
My God, I remember.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Okay, so AB, we're about a month away from spring football, spring practice starting. The schedule's out. This past recruiting class is done. We got the early enrollees. We're in the weight room. How are you? I know we're still months and months and months away from Alabama and the 2021 season starting, but we got spring practice in a month. What are your, as a fan, what are your general and realistic expectations looking ahead to the 2021 season?
If I had to put it to a record, I'm in that 8-4, 9-3 range. Early predictions. There's a lot that this team and this staff need to prove to me before, prove that they've taken that next step before I can confidently say this is a 10-2, 11-1 team.
Yeah, no, it's funny because you think that Canes fans would have learned by now.
No idea.
Really do feel like they would have learned from their past mistakes, and they keep making the same dumbass predictions every single offseason. I don't get it. I don't understand.
Seem to have the longest memory and the shortest memory in all of college football somehow.
Yep. And
it's crazy. It's mind-boggling to me.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
It's too bad. And hopefully there is a year that we're the guys that look stupid in retrospect. You know what I mean? And
I would happily take the L.
Yeah, absolutely. That's my mantra, man. Is like I predict what I think is going to happen, and if I'm wrong, I'll take that L happily.
There's just so many things that can happen. So look at it. I think we need to pay attention to the quarterback situation right now, because as scary as it is to think about, we're one king setback away from a Van Dyke / Matoka / Garcia led offense for 21.
Oh God.
You know what I'm saying?
Or just for the Alabama game, it's going to be hard to do much that year if we lose by 40 in the opener. And we might even do that with De'Ara King. Let's be real for a minute.
Yeah.
Probably. It's probably going to happen.
Are you going to that game?
So I'm not sure yet, but at the same time, I travel to Atlanta. I'm here now, actually. So I travel to Atlanta.
Yeah, that's why I asked. I know you're there a lot. So
yeah, so I travel here at least once or twice a month, and so I think I'm going to try. As brutal as it's going to be, I think I'm going to try to swing it like with a work trip. So I'm tentatively going to say yes.
Oh, wow.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That's a
Especially if we win.
If we won, my God.
Dude,
Yeah.
I have a hard time trying to go to a game like that, though, and I know people will probably think this is stupid, but it's like, you know, I don't have a ton of money. I have to be super choosy on which game I go to, right?
Yep,
And so if I don't want to spend all of my money that I could, you know, all the expendable income that I have to watch us get murdered on TV by
and me either.
Alabama.
And that's why I'm saying if it wasn't with a work trip that, you know, my flight, my hotel, everything else is essentially expensed already, then I don't see the logic of doing it for me, or at least the rationale. So like,
and, you know, good for people that do go, and like I hope they love it, and like I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying, like, for me, I can't justify that. Especially, I mean, I got a wife now. There's no way she's gonna be like,
she'll kill you before you spend that money on a Alabama game where we're gonna.
Well, she'll probably ask me, will that make you happy? And I'll say no. I'll probably come home crying, and then you know.
Yeah, I don't get. I mean, I understand, you know, being a diehard fan and everything, but I don't. No, I'm right there with you, Jordan. It's not even about the money for me. It's just I don't want to go all the way to Atlanta I'm sure those tickets are going to be outrageous.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Like, how many people are going to be in those stands at that point in time? How expensive are tickets going to be? Yeah. So all that stuff is going to get, you know.
Yeah. And it doesn't.
So I went to the Gator game in Orlando, and even those tickets were like $300, and that was in like a high school stadium.
Yeah, no thanks.
A fairly brand new stadium against God himself, Nick Saban.
Yeah, no thanks.
Like, it's going to be their first game since the national champ. So whatever. We can let's be positive. Something that I have been. I guess we could just discuss Kane's topics. But one thing that I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on. A lot of talk has been made about the wide receiver room and, you know, how bad they were last year. They were horrendous. Mike Harley was good. But when you look at what Pope and Wiggins and Peyton, what they did not do, and we didn't really get to see the younger guys, you know, there's definitely room to be concerned when you look at this group. I think they're going to improve year 2 under Rob Likens. Early prediction, who would you say, and we got Charleston Rambo, who would you say, and AB, I'll ask you first and we'll go to Jordan. Who would you predict are the 3 starting wide receivers week 1?
Oof. I mean, Harley, I think, is a lock at this point, considering what he put together on that second half of the season last year. I'm hoping that Rambo at least is, if not that number 1 guy for us. I know he's got to fix up some drop issues, but at least he becomes our number 2 guy. And then, man, the third one's going to be tough because I really don't have faith in Pope. I think it's going to be one of the younger guys. I just don't know which one it's going to be yet. So It's going to be, and I think, you know, the second year guys, I don't think it's going to be any of the true freshmen, but it's going to be one of the younger guys as that third guy.
So I agree in that I think it, you know, Harley and Rambo I'm already penciling them in. I know Rambo had some issues last year, but I refuse to believe that he's going to be as bad as the, you know, as the room performed last season. I can't accept that just yet. I would love to. I want to predict Brashard Smith as our starting slot receiver.
Wow.
But I'm actually going to say Mark Pope.
Okay. All right. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, Smith, dude, he's already 200 pounds, man. Like, he has a college body, you know?
And he can run like a freaking deer.
Oh, yeah.
He is so damn fast.
Yeah.
So okay, so I think Rambo is going to be one of the starters on the outside. Here, so I am writing an article about him and how he fits into our offense on State of the U. Did you guys know going into last year, Todd McShay had Charleston Rambo in his like early mock draft for this upcoming draft, like a first round pick.
When?
Like